Why are you going back in the octagon for UFC 200?
Because I couldn't live with that decision. It was like, going back to that interview, it was a hard decision for me to make. And that decision has haunted me for the last 15 months. And I figured I couldn't live like that for the rest of my life. I'm a big believer in living out your dreams and facing your fears and just facing the reality of, I don't want to be sitting 20 years from now saying, you know what, son, you should have went and did that. And here I am. And on the biggest stage of them all, I was on UFC 100, so why not be on UFC 200?
So whose idea was this? Who started the conversation?
This is very simple. This was me sitting having a cup of coffee at my farm in Canada and thinking I'd waking up every morning and feeling this feeling of, was that the right decision? Was that the right decision?
When did you start feeling this way? Right, immediately?
Immediately, as a matter of fact, immediately, yeah. And I didn't even tell my wife. I told nobody. This thing haunted me on the inside for a long time. But I thought, you know what, if I was in the WWE, I could still kind of have those feelings inside the ring. But the true competitor in me is still alive and well, and I have to do this.
Who's your opponent going to be on July 9th?
I think he just signed the contract as we were walking in here. I was coming in here and he hadn't signed it yet, but I do believe that it's done and it's official. And on July 9th, UFC 200, I'll be facing Mark Hunt.
Mark Hunt. Okay, 42 years old, 8th ranked heavyweight in the UFC. Why Mark Hunt?
Why not? It could be anybody. I didn't care. That's how simple it is.
You mean you didn't have any say at all in who your opponent was going to be?
There was no. I didn't. I've never turned down a fight in the UFC. I've never walked away. I'm not the guy. Even when I was a champ, I never turned down a fight. And even when I was fighting to be the champion, I never turned down a fight. If Dana White called me and said, "You have opponent X, Y, and Z. Who do you want?" He never gave me those options. This is a guy that we want you to face. I said, "Great. That's what I'm going to do."
Fine with me. Guy made his UFC debut in 2010, 7-4-1 record, won each of his last 2 fights by knockouts. His last loss came in May of 2015. How do you match up with him?
Well, I'm a grappler at heart. He's a heavy hitter, and I think that's what the people want to see. The UFC ultimately culminated because we're gonna put guys with opposing disciplines against each other. I think I match up very well. If Mark Hunt ends up on the ground, the fight's over. I've been working, obviously I need to work on my stand-up game, but I'm excited and enthusiastic of doing so.
Does the WWE get anything in return for allowing you to do this?
I think it's very narrow-mindedness if you know, I'm a crossover athlete, okay? I'm the modern-day Bo Jackson, people. I'm excited about it. I'm enthusiastic. I couldn't be more excited and honored and to have the opportunity that both companies have faith in Brock Lesnar to allow him to step back in the octagon. Even Dana White or the Fertitta brothers, for me to be gone and to have the impact that I did, and for them to allow me to come back and represent this big show is a great honor for me.
Why do you think that in the end that White welcomed you back?
Big business. It's all, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a prize fighter, and I don't fight. Listen, titles don't pay the bills. What pays the bill, I'm a prize fighter. I fight for money, and it's no different. They're making money, I'm making money, everybody's making money. That's what this is all about. But more importantly, it's not about the money to me, and I've always said money's very important to me, but you can't step inside the octagon just for the money. This is in my heart. This is from the heart, and it just so happens I'm making a boatload of money.
Well, as he says with a big smile on his face. So you told me you don't know where your trophies are and your awards are, but you know what's in your bank account. How much money are you making with this venture?
I can't disclose. I mean, there's lots of zeros behind it.
Lots of zeros. Like how many is lots?
Like whatever it takes to I can't disclose
Say
that.
lots
Why
of
would
zeros.
I want to? I'm not here to brag about it. I mean, I'm here to state that, listen, I'm a prize fighter, and everybody's making money. And at the end of the day, this is going to be an exciting show for me. I'm honored to be a part of it, and it's humbling to sit here and to actually announce to the world. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders because I've been carrying this around, and yeah, it's for real.
What do you hope that your legacy is?
Somewhere along the line, I think maybe somewhere down the line, if I shake a young man's hand and have the same impact that Muhammad Ali had on me, I think that, you know, words can't describe. I can't sit here and talk about legacy. I don't even know what that is. My legacy is whatever people want it to be. All I know is I have to get up every day and look at myself in the mirror, be the man that I need to be for myself, my family, and God, and that's it. You know, legacies are I think people that live on legacy are very shallow in the soul. I'm not. I'm always moving forward, you know, so that's where I'm at with my life.